Deni Avdija might be the most hidden gem in the history of the NBA. This guy isn't a star in the making. He's not just some guy on the rise. No, this is a star right now. And it's only a matter of time before the entire league is put on notice. But by then, it'll be too late. By the time the rest of the league figures out how great of a basketball player Deni Avdija is, he'll have already taken over. Because if Deni played for the Knicks or the Lakers or a large market team, pretty much any team that wasn't the Portland Trailblazers, he'd be the hottest name in all of professional basketball. MVP type level caliber player. That is how talented Deni Avdija is. And Portland better find a way to keep him. Find a way to keep him, build around him, because he's going to lead somebody to an NBA championship one day. That is how special Deni Avdija is. And I'm pissed that I'm late on him. I'm pissed that I'm actually just now realizing how great of a basketball player has been up in Portland this entire time. And that's where he's been hiding. The Northwest region of the state's just absolutely putting in work, because now he seemingly came out of nowhere, seemingly came out of the blue, and is dominating on a night-to-night basis, averaging 26 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Those aren't numbers that any regular Joe Schmo can put up. Those aren't the numbers from any just average basketball player, but he goes way farther than just stats on the stat sheet. I had to do a double take. And look again when the first fan voting numbers came out for the upcoming All-Star game, and I sat there and I saw that Deni Avdija was 7th in the West with more votes than Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Two of our game's most historic legends. Two icons towards the end of their careers in what could be one of their very last All-Star games. I said, bro, who is Deni Avdija to be ahead of them? I thought people had taken this USA versus World game a little too seriously, thought they had taken it a little bit too far, until I looked. Until I did my research, until I dug a little deeper, and I quickly realized how sadly mistaken I was. Quickly realized how ignorant I was to the fact of how great this guy really is. He is so good that I'm going to refrain from just labeling him as an international player. I'm gonna try and refrain from putting him in that international only category that we sometimes do with the Euro players, because not only is he one of the best international players in the entire league, he is one of the best players in the entire league, period. Deni Avdija might have the single best touch in the entire game of basketball. I know, bold statement. Kyrie Irving is injured. Steph Curry is obviously goated. Deni Avdija might be up there with the best of the best. From the way he's able to get to the rim and finish with such finesse with both the left and the right hand, how smoothly he's able to operate within the mid-range, having a turnaround jump shot that doesn't even hit the bottom of the net, it seems like. I mean, to his elite skills as a passer, as a facilitator, his ability to get his teammates involved. In football all the time, we talk about a quarterback who throws a very catchable ball. Right? Throws a ball with just enough soft touch, but also enough enough emphasis to get there and stick right on a guy's gloves. Deni Avdija throws those same type of passes and is that same type of quarterback, just in NBA form. The ball just kind of seems to end up in his guy's hands in the perfect spot, leading to the perfect shot. You turn on the tape and you see very quickly those things. You see very quickly why he's arguably one of the best 3-level scorers in the game today. Avdija just seems like he's one with the basketball. Again, it may seem like I'm hyping this guy up. Turn the tape on yourself. This guy with the basketball in his hands, with the rock in his hands, is something that just seems effortless. Seems like he glides from spot to spot on the court without you even realizing he's really dribbling. His movements on the court are so fluid. It makes everything else seem slowed down. He's playing at his own pace. I mean, what looks like a tough shot, what looks like a contested layup for most, he makes look like just another Saturday morning shoot around. When he gets hot, when he gets into that flow state, when he's really cooking, Deni plays the game like there isn't a real person trying to guard him in front of him. He almost plays the game like it's a training session with cones and trash cans out there, and not some of the best athletes this world has to offer trying to stop him from scoring a bucket. I absolutely love his game, right? Again, I'm so frustrated that I just am now realizing how great of a player he is, but I think that his game is exactly where the future of basketball is headed. Don't get it twisted. The NBA will always have its freak athletes. The guys who are 6'6 plus can absolutely run up and down the court, move laterally, jump out of the damn gym. But I think the Joker effect is going to be put into place here very soon. The Joker effect. We will soon be seeing the aftermath of the dominance of Nikola Jokic because he has completely revolutionized the center position, which I think is having a domino effect on the rest of the game. He is playing it like none other we've seen in the history of this game. Because before Jokic, before the Joker, the best centers in the history of this game either dominated by pure size and athleticism or absolute elite offensive skill set. Wilt and Shaq, once in a lifetime god level athletes who dominated because they were just that much bigger and stronger than you, right? Kareem and Hakeem, 7-footers with two of the best offensive skill sets in the history of the game. Nikola Jokic came into the league and came into an NBA that was dominated by superior athletes. It's dominated by guys that can run faster than him, jump higher than him, and he absolutely took over and dominated through elite fundamentals, feel, and skill set, right? And I think we're going to be seeing more and more of that as players realize, hey, I might not be able to jump the highest, I might not be able to run the fastest or shoot the best jumper, but hey, if I can master the bread and butter of the game of basketball, if I can really hone on these fundamentals and find my own rhythm and my own flow within the game, then I too can be extremely successful. Especially as more international players start to come over here and integrate into the NBA game. Especially because that's the way that game is played over there mainly, right? It's not just run, jump, dunk, right? It's more footwork, get our shots up, right? Passing, all that good stuff. Thus why we see guys like Alperen Sengun in Houston taking over. That's why a guy like Avdija is in Portland making a name for himself. The NBA is going more international. It's becoming more global. I mean, that global era that David Stern and Adam Silver dreamt of is officially here now. And I think the on the court product is moving in that direction as well. Because let's be honest, you watch a basketball game, it's still great, but there's less eye-popping highlights than there was 10 years ago. I mean, you think about a nickname like Lob City with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. I mean, just you don't see that anymore. You don't see that anymore. Players damn near don't even want to dunk anymore, right? I saw Joel Embiid celebrate his first dunk of the season. I mean, we're a third of the way through. Anthony Edwards and guys like Ja Morant, they just want to get the bucket, get back on defense, live to play another down. But the game is being played at an entirely different pace than we've ever seen it been played before. That's just where basketball is going. And Deni Avdija just happens to be a product of the game that's being built around him, right? And I think he's going to be not only a product, but he is going to be a main chess piece in this entire thing moving forward because he's doing it at an extremely high level. He is adapting and doing it at an extremely high level. Portland right now sits ninth in the West currently in the play-in tournament. It'll be interesting to see what happens when Dame comes back next year off the Achilles injury. Is he going to return to the level of player that he was previously? Who knows? But I'm dead serious. I think the Trailblazers need to find a way to get him some help, or Avdija has to take his talent somewhere else because I think he is being right not even forgotten about. He is just not being shown in Portland. This guy is so good that I really believe that he's the type of player you can build around and win a championship behind, right? A guy that he probably gets compared to a lot is a guy named Luka Doncic. And I think they had two totally different paths. Luka Doncic, obviously high rated prospect, burst into the scene, came into the league and dominated from day one. Avdija had more of a slow grind, obviously starting in Washington. His point scores have risen every single year. His assist numbers have risen every single year. But I won't be shocked at that if in a year or two that gap between Doncic and Avdija closes a little bit, and we're now having some more conversations about who is the better player between Luka and Deni, right? I don't know. I really believe that Deni Avdija is the real deal. Can't remember the last time I vouched for a player this hard, but I think that's how special this guy can really be. I think the more that the NBA realizes it, the more that the fans get to see him play and be like, "Oh, this guy can play." I think we're gonna realize real quickly that hey, he might be part of the future faces of the NBA.